A wife is dead. A stranger is dead. And the man who survived says, it was all self-defense. But prosecutors say this wasn't chaos. It was a plan fueled by obsession, executed through deception, and hidden behind a lie so elaborate it took months to unravel. Brendan Banfield, murder, deception, and the affair that turned fatal. The life that looked normal. Fairfax County, Virginia. A quiet neighborhood. A family home. A life that, from the outside, looked stable. Brendan Banfield, 40 years old, a former IRS agent. Educated. Methodical. His wife, Christine Banfield, 37 years old. A pediatric intensive care nurse. A woman who spent her career saving lives. They had been together for nearly 2 decades, married for 12 years, and they shared a 4-year-old daughter. But beneath the surface, something was already breaking. The au pair. In 2022, the Banfields hired a live-in au pair, Juliana Perez Magalhães, 25 years old, newly arrived from Brazil. She lived in the house, cared for their child, and according to prosecutors, became romantically involved with Brendan Banfield. What began as an affair quickly became something more, something dangerous. I want to get rid of her. In October 2022, Juliana would later testify. Brendan said something that shocked her. I want to get rid of my wife. At first, she thought he was joking. He wasn't. According to prosecutors, Brendan told Juliana he wanted to marry her. He wanted children with her. He was already picking out baby names. But divorce, he said, was not an option. He didn't want to lose money. He didn't want to risk custody of his daughter. So instead of leaving, prosecutors say he chose something far worse. The catfish. The plan didn't begin with violence. It began online. Investigators uncovered activity on a fetish website, an account created in Christine Banfield's name. But Christine never made it. According to prosecutors, Brendan Banfield pretended to be his own wife. Using that fake identity, he contacted a man named Joseph Ryan. Ryan was 39 years old. The messages described a consensual role-play scenario, a fake rape fantasy. Joseph Ryan believed he was meeting a willing participant. What he didn't know was that he was being lured into a trap. February 24th, 2023. The morning of February 24th, 2023. Juliana leaves the house with the Banfield's 4-year-old daughter. Later, she returns. She calls Brendan Banfield and tells him there's a stranger inside the home. Brendan says he rushed back. What police would later find inside was horrifying. Christine Banfield, naked in her bedroom, stabbed 7 times in the neck. Joseph Ryan, dead downstairs, shot in the head. No signs of forced entry. And the couple's 4-year-old daughter, alone in the basement. Brendan Banfield's story. Brendan Banfield told police, and later the jury, that this was all a misunderstanding. He said he entered the bedroom with his government-issued firearm drawn. He claimed his wife shouted, "Brendan, he has a knife." Banfield testified that he was terrified. "I don't think I've ever been more panicked in my life." He said he fired at Joseph Ryan after seeing Ryan stab his wife. Self-defense. A tragedy. But prosecutors weren't convinced. The scene that didn't match. Investigators noticed inconsistencies, blood patterns that didn't align with Banfield's version, evidence suggesting the scene had been manipulated, and a digital trail that led straight back to Brendan. Christine Banfield had no history of using dating or fetish websites. The messages came from devices connected to the home. And then, Juliana spoke. The au pair breaks. Juliana Perez Magalhães admitted her role. She testified that she helped Brendan Banfield catfish Joseph Ryan. She told the jury how the plan was crafted and how it played out. Originally charged with second-degree murder, she later pleaded guilty to manslaughter. In exchange for her testimony, she received time served. The defense called it a deal. Prosecutors called it the truth. The trial and the arguments. During closing arguments, prosecutors laid it out plainly. He was in love with Juliana, prosecutor Jenna Sands said. He was afraid of losing her. He needed to get rid of his wife so they could be together. The defense pushed back. They questioned the investigation. They claimed confirmation bias. They asked the jury, Is it reasonable that a 6 to 8 week affair would lead to murder? Brendan Banfield took the stand. He called the allegations absolutely crazy. He said the affair meant nothing. The verdict. The jury deliberated for nearly 9 hours over 2 days. Monday afternoon, the verdict was read. Guilty. 2 counts of aggravated murder. Guilty of using a firearm during the commission of murder. Guilty of child endangerment. Brendan Banfield showed little emotion. His sentencing is scheduled for May 8th. He faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. Final conclusion. Fairfax County Commonwealth's attorney Steve Descano called the crime monstrous, not because of the violence alone, but because of the calculation behind it. Christine Banfield trusted her husband. Joseph Ryan trusted a stranger online, and a 4-year-old child was left in a basement while everything above her collapsed. This case is a warning about deception, about entitlement, and about how easily technology can be used to turn people into disposable pieces of a plan. Final question. So here's the question. Was this crime driven by obsession or by the belief that he was smart enough to get away with it? And in a world where identities can be faked with a few clicks, how would you know if the person you trust the most is living a lie? In the aftermath of the trial, echoes of disbelief surrounded the courtroom. Friends and family struggled to reconcile the man they thought they knew with the sinister portrait painted by the prosecution. Some whispered about the signs they missed, the moments that felt off, while others were left grappling with the haunting reality that trust could shatter so violently. As the discussions faded, the weight of the verdict settled heavily over the Banfield home, a place that once resonated with laughter and joy, now steeped in an insidious silence. It was a conclusion not just of a trial, but of a community's sense of security. The air thickened with tension as news spread through Fairfax County, reaching even those who had only fleeting connections to the Banfields. Social media buzzed with shock and speculation, the community transforming into a hive of opinions. Some sought to defend Brendan, asserting he was a loving husband and father who fell victim to circumstances beyond his control. Yet others focused on the chilling details that unveiled a calculated betrayal lurking beneath a facade of normalcy. The duality of public opinion mirrored the complex layers of the case itself, revealing the heart of human emotion caught in betrayal and loss. Christine Banfield had always been devoted to her family, a nurturing presence in her daughter's life, and a steadfast partner at home. But in the shadows, Brendan's turmoil grew, a silent storm brewing amid the daily routines. As whispers of their discontent floated through their circle of friends, they remained unaware of the treacherous undercurrents swirling just below the surface. Indeed, while Christine dedicated her life to saving others, Brendan plotted a devastating end to theirs, twisted by jealousy and desire. Days rolled into weeks, with the mundane juxtaposed against the mounting tension, all while Juliana remained in their midst, unknowingly playing a key role in a deadly game. When the fateful morning arrived, the world would shift on its axis, leaving behind shattered lives and lost trust in its wake. The community would soon learn that behind every smiling picture, there could lie an unseen abyss, one where love can morph into darkness. Consequently, as the implications of the verdict settled, so too did the reality that the reverberations of this tragedy would be felt for generations. Questions lingered in the air like an unresolved chord, leaving the truth, ever so elusive, hanging in the balance of what could have been. Surrounding them was a powerful reminder of the fragility of human bonds and how quickly they could transform into instruments of destruction. In the quiet aftermath, Brendan's story transformed from one of denial to an unmistakable reckoning. As he sat alone in his cell, the weight of guilty verdicts wrapped around him like a leaden shroud. Each tick of the clock echoed reminders of the lives forever altered by his choices. His daughter's laughter now a distant memory, Christine's nurturing spirit extinguished in a violent storm of betrayal. With the world outside moving on, the walls of his confinement grew taller, filled with shadows of what might have been, relentless in their scrutiny of a life marred by deception. Wisdom once employed to navigate the complexities of tax codes was now lost on him. As raw, Desperate emotions surfaced in the stillness. Shadows of his own making danced in the corners of his mind, each one taunting him with visions of failure, the love and adoration he once harbored, now replaced by haunting regret. The price of obsession weighed heavily, entwining his thoughts, while the truth resonated louder than ever, burdening him with the knowledge of how fleeting trust can be. The days turned into weeks, yet the memory of that fateful morning remained etched in the minds of the community. As details of the case surfaced, a chilling narrative unfolded, one that left many grappling with their own understanding of trust and betrayal. Murmurs of disbelief turned to discussions of accountability, sparking conversations about the darker sides of relationships and the unforeseen consequences of hidden lives. Vigils were held to honor Christine and her lost potential, while Joseph Ryan's family sought closure amidst their heartbreak. In the echo of their sorrow, community support grew, intertwining the lives of those far and wide touched by this tragic tale. As Brendan's story became a cautionary tale, his actions served as a dire reminder that when love turns toxic, the fallout can be devastating, not just for those directly involved, but for everyone within reach of the aftermath. Strangers became allies, united in grief as the question lingered. How could such a facade mask the truth for so long? There, in that cold cell, Brendan's thoughts raced as he faced the shadows of his past decisions. Each reflection unveiled a truth he could no longer ignore. The lives he shattered, the innocence stolen, all remnants of a meticulously crafted web of deceit. As the bars of confinement surrounded him, remorse seeped into his bones, mingling with the chilling whispers of regret. Outside, a community mourned, grappling with the enormity of his choices, trying to comprehend how the facade crumbled so swiftly. In their search for healing, their voices harmonized, echoing the need for justice amid the pain and loss. They wanted answers, woven together like a tapestry, revealing the fragility of trust amidst betrayal, every thread a testimony of broken bonds. Brendan's life, once a meticulously designed blueprint, now lay in tatters, each frayed edge a reminder of his reckless decisions. As memories of happier times washed over him like waves, he struggled to grasp the once comforting realization that love had transformed into a destructive force. The grief of Christine's absence weighed heavily on the hearts of those who had been close to the family, creating a bond among strangers in their shared sorrow. In the aftermath, conversation shifted as he became a symbol of the harsh realities lurking beneath domestic facades, prompting a broader dialogue about marital deterioration. Warning stories emerged, shared by friends and family who reflected on the telltale signs of an unraveling union, the subtle changes that had gone unnoticed, until it was too late. Inquiries about mental health, jealousy, and the complications of intimate relationships surged, as the community sought to understand how trust could disintegrate with a single betrayal. Brendan's trial had become a focal point for many, drawing attention to the dire consequences of manipulation and deception within relationships. As he grappled with the isolation of his choices, the world outside began to heal, slowly reclaiming moments of joy marred by tragedy. Yet the echoes of that fateful morning lingered, woven into the very fabric of the community's consciousness, a constant reminder of the fragility of trust. Ultimately, Brendan's story served as a haunting testament to the darkness that can exist behind closed doors, forever changing lives and the perceptions of love. In the days following the verdict, memorials honoring Christine blossomed across Fairfax County, each one a testament to her vibrant spirit and nurturing heart. As the months wore on, the community continued to heal, each gathering reinforcing a collective promise to honor Christine's memory by fostering connections built on trust and openness. Vigils morphed into celebrations of life, reminding everyone that even in shadows, love's light could shine bright. In the end, they learned not just to remember what was lost, but to cherish the bonds that remained, fortifying their resolve against the darkness of betrayal.